it could work very well. So, Oranos Loki Zeus versus Isis Oranos Isis. Interesting. Spawning at the bottom is LNC Velite, as our Zeus is going for a stunned start. 2 willies on the wood, goats are right next to TC, and he also sees the wild boar, so that's not bad at all. Once he runs out of these, he can lure the boar a bit closer to the TC potentially if he wants, and he found a very nice spot for his fish. That's going to allow him some nice early fishing. Moving on to another LNC, it's I'm on Fire, aka Cyclone. You also see the pigs here. Well, this one is just taking a jog around the woods. And that's going to allow him for some pretty decent start. Is he moving somewhere with his Willy for water? He's going to the left to help Golden Axe on his side, possibly recognizing that Golden Axe is the weakest player. And Golden Axe also sees the wild boars, but is not taking advantage as of yet. He is right now gathering chickens. I'm not really sure why he's not going for the pigs. They're in line of sight, or rather line of fire of the TC, so we could take them down safely. But anyway, if he wants, he wants. He built a rather back dock, so he'll be close only to those 3 fishing spots. If he's unlucky, the next one will be like here. That's going to be like a mile to go back. And moving on to dots. T2 is right now gathering goats. Also sees a triple piggies, 4 piggies actually. Well, that's awesome for him. He's already gathering 1, and he is having kind of decentish spot. At least it seems so. Yeah, it doesn't seem so. It is so with those double 3s. Yellow dot fox. He is gathering berries. He's not really in need of super fast advance, but he also has 4 pigs here if he wanted to somehow speed up. And well, not like 3 wolves are great for gathering food. Moving on to the last dot, second Isis is Rangers. Also has pretty decent spot for wild boars here, but he's not interested, and he's gathering chickens as well, but just now finished, so he will have to move. He just finished 1, but it seems to be the last one anyway. And his spots, yeah, this is cool. And he's already up with second dock, also pretty good position, so it's not like he's bad off. Fox is going on his side as well, so there's going to be double Isis battle on the right side with double docks so soon, and with very nice fishing spots. We can see that Velite really was lucky, and this is very close to his dock as well. And on the left side, I'm on Fire didn't pick bad either. We can now check some relics in the meantime, when near sub 30 minutes. And that's a foot trickle. I guess I don't have to say how good that is. And Hippaspist and so on hack damage and Cheryl Ballista PS damage. That's not bad. That's actually pretty awesome for anybody. That's like a free upgrade of your units. And some other relic is here, which is a better villager food carrying capacity, which means less walking, so less idle time for willies. And right now when the relics are gone, we can check DC positions. They are pretty much safe. Nothing interesting going on at the top for LNCs. Just now we can see that Golden Axe is building his temple very forwardishly, so he is looking to harass his enemies pretty soon. And it doesn't really seem like DoD should discover this. They might be interested in deleting T2 from this game. He is though advancing right now, which means he will be pretty soon up, like 440, 430. That's not bad at all. And how's it looking for Golden Lux? It's not upping because the template is not up yet. And other guys, I'm on Fire is on par with T2, and Velite is almost through Hermes. Well, that's pretty soon. That's 4.5 minutes, not even. And he's not really looking to build, to go centaur spam because he cannot on water, obviously. But the ceasefire might help them other ways. Velite is very soon up. How's it looking actually for these ICs? ICs? I don't know, as probably. ICs. Like ISES maybe. Not sure. Anyway, neither of them is going through. That could actually give some nice advantage to Valite, but he's not building military units just of yet. And he's maybe not even interested. It's kinda curious. He advanced really fast, but he's not really taking the advantage. He's just now building ship 40 seconds after he advanced, so it's not like he's in a great position there. You can see that T2 has walled his guys, but needs to retreat because he just discovered that Cube, aka Golden Axe, is actually trying to kill him. And yeah, they are through. Yellow Willy here, but not good enough. And he is right now scouted, so Golden Axe has to be careful not to actually kill him inadvertently. That would be just a waste of the god power. And how's it looking on the sea? First units coming in from T2 and meeting Amon Fire's army. Well, right now Amon Fire is just getting some free hits because T2 was just shooting as this fishing boat. And once these two armies of blue converge, T2 needs to retreat right back to his base. Yep, Golden Axe has just destroyed this tower and he's trying to push through. This is kinda unfortunate that he cast the spy on this one, because he kinda needs to kill it, but he doesn't want to because of the spy. I really don't like it. He should have killed it. Because now he will have to deal with the extra army from Fox. It's not something he wanted here. So even though this second tower is down as well, he may be making an upgrade at some other. No, he's not. But, well, this fear of actually killing this guy might be a bad idea. Interesting use of bolt by Valite. I'm not exactly sure that was the bestest option when you when you're playing against double ISIS. That means you won't face just one potential Son of Osiris, but two. And, well, this battle is kinda okayish, as you would expect. LNC have, or rather DoDs, have good defensive position, so it's not like anything interesting can happen. On the other side of the map, though, Rangers is punishing the later transition to water from Valite. Well, punishing. Yeah, pretty much punishing, because it means he's just one here alone, and that means that Fox doesn't have to make ships at all. Rangers is just boomed better than Valite at this point, and he is having pretty good time on the water there. Golden Axe has moved on. Is right now trying to harass Yellow, but Yellow is not advancing into Heroic and is going for Classical Army and has a whole lot of it. So it's not like Golden Axe can do anything. He pretty much can do nothing right now. And his forward temple is being destroyed on the left side. Which means that Golden Axe's attempt is not really going to do anything. Because those Axemen are pretty good against Hersirs. And even though there's this healing, it's not really fast enough. And you just gave healing to Fox. And Fox is going for a second TC, yeah, why not? Okay, Cube is running here. At the top, Blue is trying to do something against T2, but he won't really because of the sheer amount of ships here. And Yellow is actually trying to help him as well. So that's nice. Whereas Red is not doing anything on the water. And at the bottom, Valite has advanced into Heroic through some decent time. And is right now using his kill ace. But this is very, very heavy stuff. If you place a fishing chip in each of these docks, that's a lot of damage right there, and I'm not sure how LNC Validate can really battle against that. And you can see a lot of Skillas dying. That's a whole lot of gold dead. Yep, and it results into Validate actually having to retreat. And what's happening somewhere else? Well, Golden Axe has finally lost his army pretty much here, and he was forced to retreat to somehow recuperate a bit farther. And yep, this is just captured by Fox. And thank you, Golden Axe. Fox is right now at 3 TCs as an ISIS, so that's pretty dangerous for LNC. And even though I'm on Fire is taken second, or rather third actually, he's already at 2. I'm not really sure he can carry both of his teammates, because right now Golden Axe doesn't really have anything all that great. He has just 1 TC. He's trying to secure somehow the middle, but he will be out-aged, because dots will be having advantage in age and upgrades quite soon. And this sea battle really shouldn't be going into Velitas' advantage, even though he's heroic and has Skillas to help him. The sheer amount of units from Rangers might be able to actually kill him. And taking into account that he's in heroic as well, he will be able to pump up some hammer ships to actually get rid of the Skillas sooner, and of the sea ships as well. So this is probably the time when Velite will recognize that the water is gone. Yeah, he's not even building any more ships, so he just gave up, which is the correct thing to do, it seems. T2 is trying to raid red, which is a good thing to do, and we see that Golden Axe has advanced and is using flaming weapons to kill this TC, which is pretty very bad idea, looking at how much army Fox actually has here. That was very very brave from Golden Axe, but unfortunately he did not see the whole of the army there. And well, the black guys coming in to help, and a bit of micro from Fox should get rid of the pigs, and once they're gone, the TC could be safe. But will it be safe? It seems that Golden Axe might be able to take it down, and he does, but it cost him a very powerful spell and pretty much all of his army. And right now, when Fox is pretty boomed, he shouldn't be having problems investing those extra 400 into it. T2 is at 3 TCs as well, so right now it's 6 TCs versus 6 TCs, so that's equal. And Rangers is trying to secure the middle of the map, because on Anatolia you need to secure the middle because of the gold. And when you're eggy, all you care about is this shiny stuff. On the water at the top nothing really is happening, because T2 just doesn't have enough push, so he's just protecting the few fishing ships he has, and this is kinda wait for someone to advance heroic and build sea ships. I'm on Fire and T2 are both classical still, so not much going on there. Golden Axe was trying to somehow disrupt Rangers' attempts to build a forward base, but not really successfully, and he had to retreat. And we can now see that Fox is moving here. He is trying to catch Golden Axe's army, but not really successfully, and just before the wall was finished, these guys got through. Just at the last possible instant. It's like if you bought the last tickets to the cinema. And Valite asking for food, yeah, because he was going into the water but lost it, and right now he's probably not in a very good spot. At the top, I'm on Fire is trying to somehow push through, but he's not really able to do so. So this is really complete stalemate for the whole time. And right now we can see that Golden Axe finally found some target, and that's another TC. Those 4 boars might actually take it down. Yeah, with a bit of micro you could take down this boar. give you a bit more time, but still, those other three are pretty dangerous, and Golden Axe has enough army here. But we can see that T2 is through Thea. And this army is getting smaller. He's probably going for the next TC to take down. But will he really succeed second time? He might, because there's no army to defend against that. In the middle though, I'm on fire is trying to make something against the Rangers' advance. And he's doing so kinda successfully, it seems. And he is repelling him. And once Rangers is actually forced to abandon this gold mine with all those 19 villagers, might be facing a bit of a hardship. But for that, I'm on fire needs to do a bit better, because he's right now being tripled. That's not something he wanted to play in, even though he's at 4 TCs. Yeah, right now this is a good old double, and if the Rangers joins the fight, good old triple. Especially with Ancestors, that should be goodbye or over the base. But still, I'm on fire is not retreating with his villagers, so he's definitely hoping to hold this. And will he be able to do so? For that, someone would have to help him. But nobody is really helping him here. But Purple is trying to push on the Rangers right now. He's through Mythic, so that's a good idea with Colossi and just the Pharaoh here. And he will be able to delete this forward base from Rangers. Well, kinda okayishly, it seems. It at least keeps Rangers at bay and leaves just double on Arm on Fire, which he seems to be handling kinda okayishly, but he needs Golden Axe to do something. Right now Golden Axe doesn't seem to be doing anything. Looking at the blob here, he's at least raiding TCs, but he should be much more effective if he wants to help his teammates, because right now dots are at 3s and LNCs are 1 TC less. The battle here is raging, and villagers are employed to actually kill the siege. And we have the second Ancestors. Oh well. Well, well. Yeah, this is the time where I'm on fire definitely recognizes that he needs to retreat these villies to actually save them. And even though he's through Mythic, he's right now at a heavy attack here by Fox. On the right side, or rather from the right side, Valide is advancing very nicely with those guys, but he needs some support, he needs something to kill those priests. Bellerophon is good, but he's just one unit and it's kinda slow, and they can dish out a lot of damage. But this is pretty good play, because he's not just healing those titans, he's more interested in actually gold starving Rangers. Because once Isis doesn't have gold, she's in problem. Oh, so these are some nice reinforcements right there. That should mean that Rangers' forward is pretty bad off right now. Oh, come on, I hope nobody dropped. Okay, it seems like somebody dropped. But who did? Huh. No, it didn't. Well, it definitely did freeze for a moment. But well, I'm glad it continues, and we'll get to keep the reds. Alright, so this is pretty decent plate from Valite right there. Using his Myrmidons with at least some baseline upgrades, which will become better and better. And those Colossi. This is really a problem for Rangers right now, and I'm on Fire was able to stop the advance from Fox, who was forced to kinda abandon the forwardish advance and kinda regroup, because he's expecting to help his teammate Rangers the defense against Velite. Okay, so that's the Migdol down, but a lot of priests right here. So kinda not sure why I'm on fire is not helping him. That's some kind of miscommunication right there. Fox is through Mythic and Red is still trying to raid some TCs, but T2 is right now concentrating his full army on him, and these birdies are nothing that Red can really deal with right now. He's just going for the TCs right to kill them and somehow annoy its opponents. It was a nice attempt to build a wall, but unfortunately he was building it that too late or in a bad place because he was just leading an army there, so why build it? Better wall would be right here, because that would actually stop the whole trade route and it would be pretty bad. We can see that T2 is trying to build this TC. Golden Axe knows about him, so he's taking some damage here, and Piggies will make even more, which forces T2 to stay 2, but still, Golden Axe is just at 1 TC and this is still free. At 19 minutes, a free TC when you're at 1. Come on. Well, Rangers is trying to raid with chariots, but Amon Fire is waiting for him with Turmas, which are pretty great against chariots. And yeah, nice play, and Rangers' chariots are just gone like that. And at the same time, it seemed like Rangers was trying to rebuild the Migdol here, and it wasn't really successful because Velita is still pushing through the right side, and he is establishing a forward base here, so that he doesn't have it all that far away with his military units. We see Blue Titan Gate between Dryad trees, and what kind of spells do they have? Fox has meteors, but they're not really going to be effective here for obvious reasons, because these are very nicely placed to protect it, and at the same time Fox though is trying to at least do something at the middle, and at the same time, oh, he's just horribly raiding Golden Axe's gold willies. And actually stealing the gold right from under his nose. Yeah, this is the first Osiris that's not going to be bolted, because I'm on fire, or rather Velite kinda questionably killed the Sphinx right at the start. And we have the Meteoros with the hope that they will hit on this left side. Yeah, one hit did, second as well, third as well. Will they be lucky with the fourth? Wow. Okay, nicely played from Fox, but just wasn't enough, and so T2 is forced to use another mythical god power, and Valita is using ceasefire. Alright, so that's 2 god powers, mythical god powers wasted by DoD to take down this Titan Gate, and it's not really looking like they should succeed, but they still might, because it's not really like LNC have enough army back there, and they can't really abandon all their forward bases. Now we can see that Rangers is using the ceasefire to actually wall, which is a pretty good idea, because it will give them very nice maneuvering ability. Haha, nice, nice, nice. Good placement of the Colossi to actually stop this wall from coming up. That's all these little things that distinguish good players from the not so good ones. At the same time, Red is walling as well. He finished this one, and he's trying to finish this one, but he just won. He's just too slow. This guy wasn't even doing anything. So let's see how's it going at the bottom. Well, the army has to retreat from dots, because LNC was able to get enough army to actually defend. Those birds could though still do quite some significant damage to the trade route here. So let's see how that goes. Okay, at least some upgrades. Various cube, at least the base as well. And last one to look at is blue, also base, so they are pretty much equal right there. Which means that this Titan Gate is coming up, and this second from Rangers should be coming up as well, because he's ISIS, so he has protection from his... how does he? From his monuments. Well, they are pretty far away, so... not really all that sure. At the same time, I'm on fire is trying to build a palace here to protect Golden Axe's village, which is though pretty close to green. So it's not really like it's terribly safe right there. In the middle though, there is some pitch battle between Fox, who is doing some nice buildings with Rangers, and Velite, but I have to check back because there's a vortex going on right on another batch of Golden Axe's release. This time they will all die. Come on, cube. 15 dwarves. 15 dwarves dead. 15 dwarves dead. Well, not that all of them, but significant number, and it hurts my eyes. And Fox is using the cliffs very nicely, because nobody can get to those catapults here due to the walls and the cliff, and he is really right now putting Velite at 3 TCs, which is pretty bad for him. He was hoping to have an advantage as a mythical Zeus to push through, and he's not really finding it, especially now that he's just at 3. And Velite just calling a game, and it really does seem so. Because right now Fox is trying to steal the 4th TC, and he will succeed because he has no counterplay there. Well, even though LNC Velite with Golden Axe trying to do something here against T2 is going to be destroyed, because T2 is just playing very well this game, and he is having champion fanatics with a full line of upgrades, and that's really not enough here from Golden Axe, who is still at 1 TCs. Doesn't really have enough push, just was able to build some walls that were not even finished and aren't doing enough damage. We see that LNC is going for a wonder here, because they recognize it's a game, so they just want to kinda steal it, but not really, because it's a legit strat, and I'm not really sure it's going to be any good, because right now dots are really strong, and they still can build extra 2 titans to go through the whole map there. And another vortex from T2, and right now it's going right at the back of Velite's base, trying to steal his TC, or rather steal, kill the TC and then steal it, which is a pretty good idea, because Velite is dangerous as a mythical Zeus, and he's dangerous only because he has population limit. Once he doesn't have it, he can't be a danger. And another raid at Velite's Golden Axe's release. It seems like DoD is concentrating on killing Golden Axe as much as they can. Okay, Purple doesn't have enough army here to defend, so this TC is coming down. But on the left, Fox is really meaning business, and a serious one at that. And he's eating right into the Golden Axe and trying to defeat him from the game. Delete him from the game, and without too much trouble he should succeed. He has all the upgrades he needs. And Velite has lost the TC. He was just being attacked there, and it's a game. Yeah, even Wonder can't do anything against this, because the push from DoD is seriously strong. And they played very well. They took their time and simply overpowered LNC. Nicely played, GG. And DoD take the first spot in Division 3 without loss, and very deservedly so. Looking at the post-game, Rangers was the MVP in this game. That's agreeable. Pretty nice stats right there. Nice civilian units. Golden Axe 55. That's the same as I'm on fire, with the distinction that I'm on fire was actually a Nati, whereas Golden Axe was a Norse. So that didn't really go all that well, even though Tito didn't have any stellar echo either, with just 41 willies, but still. His teammates played well to make up for that potential disadvantage. Velite was playing very well. He clocked sub 12 mythic. That's very nice, and he was really looking pretty great there. Him and I'm on Fire were doing very well, but Golden Axe's early attempt didn't really work out. And once it didn't work out, it was kind of snowballing for him. He tried taking TCs down. We have to say he did have some success with that, but not enough to really turn the game. He wasn't able to compete with his enemies because he had just one TC and simply didn't have the push. But, at the end of the day, it has to be said that Deities of Death won this very nicely, fairly, and because of their own very good abilities. You can just look here how the two ices just ran away. Both green and yellow, just miles ahead of everyone. Even though Velite joined them for a moment there with the 40 Cs and very nice mythic from Zeus, just wasn't enough. Both Golden Axe and Titu were just at the bottom there. But well, better play from Deities of Death, and they take this match to 0.